All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. So, guys, let me share the screen properly. Where are we? Let me share the screen. Cool, there we go. Wow, big difference here on gold. Wow. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. Can't believe it's Friday already. Happy Friday, everyone. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Happy Friday. Any guys who are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years, mainly focusing on gold futures here in the European session. So hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. These weeks are absolutely flying by. Flying by when we're having fun. That's what it is. Flying by when we're having fun. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. Gold's been on a bit of a madness here today. I did take some buys on gold this morning, which I passed 200k combines for. 200k combines with. I haven't traded my XFAs here yet today, so I'm fresh on the day, waiting for you guys to see if we get some nice London trades here. But them 100ks that I have just passed, the goal is to copy trade this 150, switch out some of these 50s, and then copy trade 150 and then 200s as well. So I'll be trading like what 350, like 450,000. So that's the goal with the 100ks. I've been trading them for about a week or so, and I just passed them some amazing gold buys here today in the Asian session. We'll see what we get for today, guys. We'll break down gold. NQ had a huge sell-off here today in Asia as well off the back of tariff news. And yeah, we'll see what we get for the day. How's everyone's week been? You guys had a good week, quiet week. Gold's been on a pretty crazy week, pretty crazy day here today as well. We were actually calling some potential shorts on gold here in our pre-London session around here. However, you closed above this level, so no shorts just yet. But there is the potential for shorts today on gold. Now, before we do anything, I just want to show you guys this screen. This has been our liquidity levels for this week so far. We have had some amazing liquidity levels this week, guys. These highs, we took this trade here together. The sells down into this level here. There has been some phenomenal. The sells down into here, then the buys up into here. Yesterday in our pre-New York session, we called about some sells. Before then, more buys today in Asia. So yeah, there's been a lot. Although you can kind of say we haven't really overall moved that much this week. There has been a lot of price action on gold. There has been a lot of opportunities. I think most of them have come in the New York session, but yeah, there has been a lot of plays this week. A lot of plays. Yeah, it's almost me too, Sam. Like I say, a lot of them have come in. A lot of them have come in the New York session. You know, we kind of where were we yesterday in London? Yesterday in the London session. Where did we speak about yesterday? We spoke about the pullbacks yesterday in London. You pretty much just ranged all the way until 12:30. I took some shorts down here yesterday. If you guys saw on my Instagram story, I posted the sells that we took here. I took some shorts down as these lows before price pulled back and having a much deeper retracement. Coach Hoop, welcome. Bitcoin flying, yeah. Bitcoin is absolutely flying. Bitcoin is on one crazy run. Look at this. Wow, we talked about 115. You've gone from holding 100,000 here, literally only towards the end of June, to now look at this. Gap up here today in Asia. Massive push. Huge push. But yeah, I agree, Sam. It's been kind of similar for me as well, man. There has been hundreds of ticks, but in terms of Asia and London, there has been more in New York, definitely. Back in the morning coffee, London streams in Ireland. Nice, Sean. Nice, man. Look at them blue skies. Beautiful, man. Love that, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to Europe soon. Trading on the European time zones. Joining you guys with the morning coffee first thing in the morning. We'll actually trade for longer as well. Yeah, hard to trade NY living in Australia, 100%, man. And the good thing about the way we trade is you also don't need to. You know, London might not give you as big of moves, but it can absolutely still give you consistency. You can make more than enough just trading London. You know, sometimes it's easy to get FOMO, see in New York push, but you trade the markets based on what suits your schedule. And if your schedule is just based off Asia and London, I promise you that is more than enough to build a trading career off. You don't need to be trading New York session. I don't mind New York session. I sometimes take some New York trades like I did this week. But you can absolutely just trade Asia or just trade London and make great trades. You know, you're not going to be guaranteed moves every single day, but that's not the goal anyway. So let's have a look at what we're looking at for today, guys. Let me just move this here. Now, a quick look. Let's just have a look at the news. There is some Canadian dollar news today. I don't think it's going to have too much of an impact on gold. We have just had some UK GDP news come out, so we'll absolutely have a look at the pound. We'll have a look at the pound here. Worse than forecasted. Wow, look at that. I'll be there soon, Sean. Actually, I'll be there in 1, 2, 3 weeks. I'll be there. So let's have a look at the. Actually, we got time here in gold. I'm going to watch gold on my other charts, guys. Let's have a quick look at this pound news. Come before the sun leaves. I'll be there in 5th of August. No, sorry, not 5th of August. I'll be there on the 8th of August. So let's have a look at the pound here. We just had that news come out of an initial sell-off here. There's more at 7 a.m. When did that news exactly come out? 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Yeah, 7 a.m. London time. So my news comes up in where I'm based, which is 4 p.m. my time here. So that was where is it gone? Yeah, here. Decent sell-off here. You'll very likely see the pound continue squeezing into these lows. You need to see a pullback to try and get it if you're not already in the pound, but the pound is having a nice sell-off. 30 degrees in London. Damn, that's crazy. 30 degrees in London, that's crazy. We spoke about some nice highs in the pound this week. We got time on gold, guys. Don't worry, I'm watching gold on my other chart. We got time here. We'll break down gold in a second. Potential fake out sales on gold. We spoke about these highs here on the pound. You didn't quite grab the highs, but let me just have a look. If you grabbed it on the spot chart that we use the same correlation for gold. What's this? 30 minute. Well, you actually did you? Yes, you did. Look at this. Again, guys, very, very key. Let's have a look. Where are we? Very minor, but it can be very important. How do I share my... Here. Very, very minor. But you actually did come up and tag these highs and then sell off. Whereas the futures chart didn't actually come near the highs. So we did actually end up liquidating them highs. Let me just get this copyright-free music in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I actually forgot about that. So yeah, pound to continue selling off. If you can pull back without grabbing these lows, great. And then these lows down here, down into like 1.35 looks nice on the pound. Now let's have a look at gold. Hasn't done as much on the pound as I would have thought. So let's have a look at gold here, guys. Let's have a look at gold. Let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of some of this analysis. Let's do some fresh analysis here, guys. These are the levels that we called this week. Amazing, amazing levels played out this week. I've got too many charts open here. So 15-minute fake out. Yeah, I'm watching this. I am watching this. Let me go back to my gold chart here. Let me go back to my gold chart. 15-minute fake out. Let's have a look. So, quick top-down analysis here on gold, so we're not missing anything, guys. We've got London open in about 17 minutes here as well. So, interesting thing on gold is we're coming close to the end of the week, and if we have a look at this weekly candle, so this is where the week opened here, and this is where the week is now. So without even needing to look at the higher time frame, what is the current weekly looking like? It's currently looking something like this with a very, very, very strong wick rejection. This push up on the daily time frame, you know, use your multi-time frame analysis. You like try and picture how the higher time frame's looking in the back of your mind without even needing to flick on it. If you're having a strong push up to end the week, and if this is where the weekly opened, well then guess what? We're going to be getting a pretty strong rejection on that weekly time frame, which means what? There's the potential for gold to have a push here. So here is what I'm talking about. Last week we came down, grabbed the lows, closed bullish. This week, first thing on Tuesday, I believe it was Tuesday, we had a huge push down on gold. Massive, massive push down. Now, where did we push down into? Very, very big support. That's our weekly support, 3,300. We've had this level on since last week as well. Tapped into 3,300 and had a huge rejection. So with this weekly flipping bullish, there's the potential for gold to come back up into last week's high. That's why I've got my next liquidity level there marked on. Last week's high and then 3,400 looks like a pretty interesting level on gold. Now daily time frame here, what do? Came down, grabbed the lows, closed bullish, had that continuation yesterday, and that's why I was buying here today in Asia. Past 2 days of closed bullish, my next buying is buying back up into this resistance. So now that gold is back up at the resistance where we started the week, overall, gold into 3,400 to me looks like a nice trade. Does it have to happen here in the London session? Not necessarily. I'm just trying to get an overall understanding of the markets. To be honest, if I look at this on gold, this has been a fantastic run. You know, buys off 3,300 for as a high time from outlook. You're up 500 ticks. That's amazing. That's a pretty overextended run now. So now that is looking pretty overextended. If you have a look at the current futures chart here, you're grabbing previous 4-hour highs. To me, it wouldn't be too surprising to see gold come for a bit of a pullback here. Not the cleanest, but you did have this here. Look at this head and shoulders forming here. You're now breaking that neckline. So if you can pull back here on gold, this looks good for a good long. If I'm looking at this from a swing trading perspective, if I was getting long here on gold, it'd be back down at this zone. So from an intraday perspective, if I would be looking for higher time frame longs from here, on an intraday outlook, is there the possibility of me potentially shorting gold for a pullback before then looking for more longs overall? Well, let's measure it. Is it worth it? Where's current price? Down into the zone, that's a potential 100 tick retracement. That's an absolutely worthwhile retracement. So now you guys can see how we're gone from the weekly to the daily to the 4-hourly. We're painting our picture, and now we're going to drop down to the lower time frame and look for potential entries. So if we have a look at the hourly here, we had this lovely rejection here pre-London, rejecting that 33.50 level, holding massive resistance, and now we're trying to see if we can get a pullback. So hourly's looking nice. You're grabbing previous hourly highs. 30-minute, let's have a look. So what do we have here, guys? We've got a bit of a trend line coming up like this. People love to buy these trend lines, more likely to see price come down and liquidate the trend line. So potential fake out sells coming on gold. If I want to go long on gold and I want to take some buys, if I'm going to be buying gold, it was back down here in Asia. If I'm going to be taking new buys on gold, which is my kind of thought process today, I probably want to be doing it from back down here. Back down at like 3339 looks like a pretty good retracement level. So to me, there is the possibility to look for some pre-London shorts here on gold, guys. Look at this, how you came back up. What do? Tag the highs. So now that we tag these highs, we're looking for some gold shorts here, which if we look from around where we are down into here, 80 tick range, that's a very worthwhile range. So 15s just broke right back below. Too busy rambling on here, but there's already a nice squeeze here. We do have some support here. Even a fake out sell back below this, what would that give us? 70 to 100 ticks. Absolutely worth it. So I have more of an intraday short bias on gold, guys. Overall bullish bias, but intraday short bias. I'm in off that 15 fake out. Yeah, nice. Yeah, if you're in off that 15 fake out, I think that's a good trade. You're managing off to 5, and he closes back above here. You'd be exiting. You're trying to squeeze us down into here. Nice execution there, man. I like these shorts on gold. Let me see if we can get a 5-minute entry because this is pushing down nicely. Combine only. Yeah, Combine's still good, man. Combine's still great. Combine's amazing. I traded my Combines today here in Asia. Anytime I'm not really certain on a trade, but I think it still looks nice, I want to give it a shot. Yeah, I'll fire up a Combine. So if gold can, ideally we'd already be in the shorts. However, we're not. So what would we now want to see? a little bit of a pullback, and then we're going to see if we can get these shorts. You got a very nice valid stop loss here as well. Look at that. We came up, tagged the highs beautifully and sold off. Like that's a very, very nice 5-minute evening star. 5-minute evening star above previous hourly highs, man. That would have been a crazy risk to reward. What would that have been? In hindsight, of course, but it was absolutely valid. 4.57. Look at that. So I want to see if gold can get a little bit of a pullback here, because I want to get short here, guys. I want to get short on gold. I don't want to get short here though, because you know, if I get short here, my targets are here. Where's my risk? It's not the best. I guess you can say closures back above there, but even that's just about squeezing a 1 to 1.5. We like to go for a minimum 1 to 2, ideally. If we close back below this zone, then we can manage based off any closures back above. So let's see. We might get I might get short here in a second on gold. I'm probably gonna have to give it a little bit of breathing room here today, because you can't see we are in a big range. So may even trade the micros. We'll see. What are the stops? Stops would be around 400 for potential 60 to 100. I mean, it's good. A little pullback, and I'll look for shorts here on gold, guys. This is looking nice. And you guys who are on the pre-London stream, this is the fake out that we're talking about. What do you think about NQ? We'll have a look at NQ, man. Absolutely. Crude, yep, we can have a look at crude as well. I don't want to take my eye off gold just yet, because I think gold could give us a potential entry soon. So we'll break down all on the markets in a second as well, guys. Don't worry, we'll break down everything today. We'll look at the big sell-off that we saw in NQ in Asia of the Canadian tariff news. We'll have a look at ES. We'll have a look at some copper as well. But let's see if we're gonna get this. See if we're gonna get this gold short here. This Audi's looking really, really, really nice. Audi's looking really good here. Really, really good. Even just for a bit of a pullback. 70 tick range. So you're looking for about a 70 tick target. So you want a bit of a pullback so you can get a good risk to reward. This is nice though. This is looking good. I think any buyers here on gold, you know, looking for something like this. So I think if we can pull back, we're going to look to short into that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, morning, Aaron. For those I was listening, can you shout out the prices when you talk about the zones? Yeah, 100%. That's my bad. I'll shout them out. Absolutely. So the sell level I'm looking into is about 33.40. Looking for a pullback into like 48-ish to get short. But yeah, absolutely. I can call out the prices. Good point. Is anyone already in this short? Off that liquidity grab? That's a crazy clean run. Look at that. It's a really 80 tick run. A beautiful, beautiful run. I know Sam's in it. Anyone else in it? Target previous 4-hour lows. Yeah, you easily could, man. You easily could get some runners. I think this zone would be a good management point. But yeah, you easily could. Easily. It's that 100 ticks, yeah. For an intraday trade in London on Friday, you know, I'd be happy with 50 to 60, to be honest. Hey Danielle, appreciate you tuning in. Still awake, nice. And about to want to say hello. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, a little bit of a pullback and short. You guys are in shorts, nice. You got in, nice. Where do you guys get short from? Nice sell-off here. I just want to see, yeah, a little bit of a pullback. May come at the London Open, guys. We've got the London Open in about 6 minutes as well. Look at this Audi. Look at this huge rejection of this resistance, holding that 33.50, tapping into previous highs. Yeah, you never know. We could see gold come all the way back down into 36. Really wouldn't be too surprising. That should be a really nice trade as well. Great to see you, Aaron. Thank you very much. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by. We've got 6 minutes until the London Open here, guys. Nice. Look at this 15 volume. Yeah, there hasn't been yet. It may come on the next 15. The next 15 may open, pull back, then we can look to see if we can get our short, and then you'll see if this 15 can continue pushing down. Then we'll try and take advantage of this nice wick rejection, and we're trying to play gold back down into at least 33.40. No top wick on that one. Yep, there was very small one on here. Even on the futures chart was there. Yeah, basically none on the currency. I honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to get that quick. But to be honest, this candle here, you know, this is the confirmation. This is price confirming that this breakout is true and that what we're thinking is correct, and now we can get short. So don't get FOMO just yet. This is the first confirmation of volume and a breakout. This is what we want to see before we can take our trade. So this is great. This is great. So I want to see, yeah, price, a little bit of a pullback on the open of the London hour here, and then we'll see if we can get short here, guys. Oh wow, nice. Oh, look at this. You got short from 53.6. Beautiful. 53.6. Wow, lovely entry. Great trade. I hope it doesn't just push from here. I'd like to get a short. I'm just gonna close my door, guys. 2 seconds. We've got Sammy joining me in the office today. I don't know if you guys can see. Sammy fast asleep on the... see if I can zoom into Sammy. You can see him sleeping there a little bit. Sammy's come to join the gold fun here today. Oh wow, look at that. Futures grabbing the lows. Currency hasn't quite got there. This is a lovely push down. I would have loved to have been in these shorts. To be fair though, look at that 30-minute. Above, below. There's still plenty of room to short this, guys. There's still plenty of room here. Don't chase it just yet. This next 30 minutes is going to close in 4 minutes. Nice. Love this class. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate you tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, we'll have a look at NQ as well, guys. Don't worry, we'll look at NQ. We'll have a look at ES. We'll have a look at copper. Gold just tapped into that VWAP support there as well. Let's see if this can give it a bit of a pullback to continue squeezing lower. I still believe there'll be some early buyers trying to get in here, and I think you're gonna come down a little bit more. I just want a good risk to reward, because this is a really clean run down here. Really clean run. Which if we're not already in short, which I guess you kind of say we probably should have been from here. We now want to see it pull back, good risk reward, and then we'll short it. Because if you try and chase it from here, well, your targets are going to be here. Where's your risk? You know, your risk is way too much. So your risk reward is going to be way off. So never chase it. If it has pushed down, you know, maybe without giving you an entry, you know, that's price sometimes. It happens. That's trading. But to me, this is still looking good. Good job to you guys who did get in the shorts as well. It made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Let's see if a little bit of a pullback of this London Open here, guys. And I'm going to try and get short. Look at this hourly though. To be honest, when you actually zoom out, so we haven't actually really moved yet. Sometimes it's so easy to be so zoomed in on this 5 minute, like, you know, you're zoomed in like this. But if you actually just take a step and zoom out, we haven't really done anything yet. Yeah, good job, Sam. Yeah, good execution, man. Good execution is the nicest push we've seen in London. So we've got London Open in about 2 minutes, guys. See if we get that gold trade in. Nice gold trade to end the week here. Currency hasn't grabbed the lows here. So futures chart is tapping into these lows. However, the currency hasn't, which makes me think there's more room to squeeze lower. I typically go off this chart here. So these lows are the lows that I'm watching. So if currency can pull back without grabbing these lows, there's still room to short. However, if you look at the futures is already tagging these lows here. Oh, look at this sell-off, guys. I can't chase this, unfortunately. As much as I want to try and chase it, we have to follow the plan. It's tough because it's the whole shorts we called here pre-London. But if there's no entry, there's no entry. You can get frustrated and you can kick yourself. It's simple. Was there an entry or not? If there wasn't an entry until this 15 candle broke out, then there's been no entry yet. But there still could be one. Doesn't mean there's not going to be another one. Yeah, price keeps bouncing on that VWAP. Yeah, it's good to see you guys looking at the VWAP more. Looks like it gets respected very well. Look at this on gold. 545 tapped the VWAP and just had this phenomenal run here. Look at that. So we might not pull this high now. We may just come back up and retest this zone. This is the most recent zone. Yeah, evening star on the hourly, absolutely, 100%. You're grabbing the highs. So next top wick on the hourly, absolutely. This is a big sell-off here, guys. Big sell-off. No, I honestly don't look, to be honest, man. I just have it on my charts, and some of the guys have been pointing it out more, and it actually does seem to bounce pretty well. It's not something I personally confluence, man. Alright, guys, instant top wick. Let's see if we can get short here. So there's a beautiful hourly closure there. That may have just been it. That may have just been it. Is it enough, though? It could have been enough for a little bit. What's that? Yeah, if we can pull back, I'm not looking for a huge retracement because this is a lot of selling volume. Even just a little bit of a pullback, I'll try and get short. That may have been enough though, we'll see. If it is enough, then, you know, it's just not our short. Yeah, closed below the VWAP and flipped it. Yeah, closed below it, held it, squeezing. Lovely short, man. Short 20 micros. Amazing. Great trade. Even on a practice still, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Even though it's a practice, man, you're still, you know, a practice or, you know, funded account or a combine, it doesn't matter. The thing is, you're still executing, you're still putting in the chart time, and you're seeing the charts play out. You know, it's a matter of time before you start executing that well on the real accounts, man. Still, any practice is good. Nice. We're starting to get a bit of a pullback here, guys, which is good. Let me just have a look at the currency chart. Yeah, nice breakout there. Really nice breakout. It's a little bit of a pullback here. I'm going to get short around here on gold. Yeah, test it. So if you actually look at the 30, although it was a nice breakout, has it done anything other than just given a lot of... Don't get me wrong, there has been a lot of volume, but is there any sort of direction? I mean, it's not super clear. I do like the pullbacks short, but, you know, we've been bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I've seen nicer charts, that's for sure. I still am happy to give it a risk, though. Whether we go half risk or full, you know, it depends on the risk to reward. That's a fantastic short, Sam. Great trade. 15-minute fake out, hourly liquidity gap. That was a perfect trade, man. Really good trade. Yeah, micro Bitcoin crazy. Yeah, micro Bitcoin is crazy. We'll have a look at all other markets as well, guys. I really want to see if we can get this gold short here. I just need a little bit of a pullback to give me a worthwhile risk to reward. If I'm going to risk my money on gold, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it at least a good level, because ideally we should have already been in. But if we're not, that's fine. If we can pull back, we still got our downside targets. Great. If we do just hit these lows, then, you know, well, that's fine. We'll accept it and wait. Hourly on the currency, yeah. Hourly on the currency again. Beautiful. That 4 hour. Any of you guys who were on the pre-London stream, if you guys go back to the pre-London stream, when this candle was looking very bullish, if you guys go back to the pre-London session, I said that I'm personally not going to buy this because it wouldn't surprise me if we come all the way back down to create a bottom wick. I know it's so hard to imagine it when it is this bullish, but that's exactly what we did. We had this huge wick rejection, huge bullish push, got pushed all the way back down. Why? Because there was no bottom wick on the 4 hour open. That's how I was able to see that this could be one big, huge liquidity grab. So nice call on the shorts either way. At least we weren't trying to buy this. Thinking of a small long? Yeah, I mean, go for it, man. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong way to perceive these markets. Just because I'm looking for shorts doesn't mean you can't still look for longs. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about trading what you see, man. That's the real key here in trading. Trade what you see. I'm just sharing my thought process, but I could absolutely be wrong and you could be right, 100%. If you see longs, yeah, give it a try. I like longs on gold if you reclose back above. My only concern, I mean, remember, my overall thought process is longs on gold. Is longs back up into 33.80. My overall bias is long on gold. But for me to get long on gold, I mean, do I want to trade against this huge hourly rejection and bearish candle closure? Personally, not yet. Not yet. Unless you get a strong, 15 breakout, maybe. I personally want to follow this first. I like longs over all today on gold. But I'm kind of thinking if London's going to be the false move of the day, we kind of creep down into these regions before then. Maybe you get the buys in New York. There's no real fundamentals today either as well, guys, so something to keep in the back of the mind. I'm going to watch gold on my currency chart here. So let's have a look at some other markets. I know you guys are something else. I just want to see gold have a little bit more of a pullback. I can't short here just yet. So let's have a look at NQ. But obviously we had a huge sell-off on NQ today. A really, really, really big sell-off. I don't know if some of you guys got it, but it was a huge sell-off off the back of Canada tariff news, which I was surprised to be able to see Canada cause that much of a sell-off on NQ. But it looks like it's getting bought right back up. Where did we come back down to? Previous daily lows. Wow, look at this. This is actually looking really good. Look at this. So we're tagging previous daily lows, and we have 1, 2, 3 equal daily highs. Also tagging 22,900. That's a big round psychological support level. So that's a, look at this, huge previous level. Makes a lot of sense, right? We tagged the lows of yesterday, huge rejection. Now, if we have a look at the 4 hour here, so you kind of, let's have a look. So you're breaking out, you're holding this resistance. To be honest, I think this is a sell trap, and I think you're going to squeeze higher. Remember, what I think and what are going to happen are two very different things. Just because I think we're going to go higher, that doesn't mean we start buying for no reason. We still look for confirmation, which right now, so these are the lows we spoke about yesterday, guys. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. With how we're moving right now, we're in a little bit of a breakout. Grabbed highs, broke bearish, pulling back. So you may see NQ come down and squeeze these 6 a.m. lows before potentially pulling back into 23,000. So there is the possibility, the most likely case, that you're going to pull back. But then below these lows, you may start to get some fake outs. Now, I wouldn't personally be trading NQ with where it is right now. Look at this, you're grabbing highs, closing bearish. Yeah, you could squeeze these lows. Would that be a worthwhile short? It's just about 10 points. I don't think it's worth it. But I'd be watching to see how you react around these lows for a potential fake out buy into back up into 23,000. But that was a insane sell-off here today in Asia. Absolutely huge sell-off. I don't look at NQ in Asia. I took some gold buys in Asia. Did any of you guys actually get that short? Oh, hopefully anyone wasn't on the back of it. But I guess, this short is a fantastic example as to if you were long, this is why we use a stop. Always have a stop. Got short gold requested for a payout. Amazing, man. Off till next week. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Good job. Ending the week off strong. Did you lose audio? No, I think everyone else is good. I think everyone else is good. Oh, not that you can hear me telling you it's fine. But yeah, I don't really watch NQ in Asia, but that was a phenomenal sell-off. Yeah, gold's coming up nicely here. This is what we want to see. Potential 15-minute evening star play on gold. NQ to have a little bit of a squeeze down here initially to start the day. Sorry, not GC. Gold, let's have a look. So his 15's closing a little bit doji. So what we'd ideally like to see is this next 15 come up for a top wick, tag the highs, then we get short and see if you can start re-breaking the lows. talk myself out until I can until 8:30. Nice, nice, nice. Good discipline. Use the Topstep X features to your ability. Well done. Can you look at silver? Yeah, let's have a look at silver. How do we got? We got 6 minutes until this 15 is going to close here on gold. Let's have a look. Silver has been on a very, very, very big run. Let's get rid of this analysis here. Let's get rid of this. Silver's been on a huge run here. You know, you had a massive closure and breakout yesterday, and you continued pushing. So you're very bullish on silver. But what could you do in London? It's tough. It's tough. Would I want to be entering new positions here on silver? Not really. I'd probably want to be, you know, exiting these breakout buys. So silver, I wouldn't really want to short the pullback, but a pullback would make sense. The reason I wouldn't want to short the pullback is because not only has this pushed up, it's pushed up very aggressively. So I wouldn't want to short against this just yet. But if you maybe can pull back, then you may get some more bias from there. In terms of actually executing new positions here on silver, I don't think you're going to see too much here in London. You may create a bit of a range, which, you know, is very logical after a phenomenal run. But $38 is kind of my key level here. If I was long, that would be a pretty good intraday management point. I'd be looking to take some profit off at 38. Would I be entering new positions at 38? Not yet, personally. Not yet. We've got 5 minutes until this 15-minute closure here as well, guys. Silver, I would be careful, because you've had a huge breakout here pre-London, 6 a.m. You've had this phenomenal push. You had some fake out buys here at 2 a.m. You came down, grabbed the lows, closed bullish. Lovely fake out confirmation. So you'd be buying from here, not up here. And I also wouldn't want to be selling against this huge push up. So it's a, you know, when you're going through your instruments, it's a game of elimination. And for me, silver would be off the cards today. Or at least in London for at least 2 hours or so. I think you need to see a lot more price action on silver before you're going to enter new trades. Yeah, gold having a nice 15-minute close here. If we top wick on the next 15, we got shorts here. It may be a small scalp. We'll see. Shorts down into here do look nice. I guess you kind of say like I said, it is a very large head and shoulders. Like the order flow at the moment. Yeah, good man. Nice. Good man. Yeah, it's finding some nice support here. That's the thing. It has had a huge sell-off here. As it would have been ideal to already be in these shorts and be managing risk and taking some partials off. If I'm gonna kind of same as silver, if I'm gonna be entering new positions on gold to short, it'd probably be a little bit higher. Let's say this 33.46. Give me a much better risk reward to short. Yeah, coming up nicely here, guys. Squeezing up nicely here. 2 minutes until this 15 is going to close, guys. But yeah, how's everyone's week been? Has everyone found gold this week? I think gold's given a lot of movement this week, but it more so has been around New York or just after, you know, 9:30 to 10 a.m. ish London time. 22 smooth average over view up. Nice man. Took a small long on gold, closed it. Nice. Yeah, I've only really been trading London this week, to be honest. I haven't really had too much time to trade Asia. I've mainly been focusing on London more this week. Get ready for when I go to Europe. Gold's getting much easier for me from watching your live streams daily. Gold at Nugget Shop. Amazing, that's what it's all about. That's what we love to hear. That's what it's all about. Even if we're not, you know, jumping in positions every 5 minutes, you're tuning in and you're learning. That's the real key here. The chart time pays off. You'll see these things happen more and more and more. And this little pullback is exactly why we don't get short down here. We don't chase price. Price isn't just going to keep ripping down out of nowhere. especially not in London. It's going to push down, it's going to pull back, and then we got potential more shorts. Sammy is I brought Sammy to the office today, and all I can hear is him snoring. I don't think you can see him. You can tiny just about see him. Look here, there. Oh, there. Sammy missed the gold short. Now he's just snoring. We may get short on the top like the next 15 here, guys. This is a nice little 5-minute liquid to grab. 15 minutes closing doji. We may get short here soon. I wouldn't mind entering half, then potentially entering more if we do pull back. I might trade micros here, guys, because I kind of want to enter into positions. I kind of want to give it a shot now, but I also want to give it more if it pulls back. Let's see. I kind of want to test 5 from here. If it pushes from here, well, I still want to be in something, and I wouldn't mind entering more 5 up here. So be in my full 1 position from potentially somewhere around here. Actually, no, scrap that. 15's just closed bullish. That's fine. We should tag previous 15 highs now. So 15's just grab the lows, close bullish. So we should be good to grab these 15 highs. So shorts above this 15 high. How's that 30 minute looking? Yeah, back at big resistance. My FOMO, patience and FOMO gets tested in your streams. It's great, so thank you so much. Good, good. That's what we like to hear. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Gold's been gold up 260 and 150 on my XFAs today, and up 1,100 for the month. Course is paying off, bro. Amazing, Brad. Up 1,100 for the month is amazing work, man. Good job. I'm gonna try a little short here, guys. I'm just gonna try 1 contract short here. If we rate this, I don't want to give it too much breathing room. The 15 did just tag the highs, so I want to see this. See if you can see this drive down. I'm only gonna go. I'm not gonna trade 2 contracts. I'm just gonna trade 1 contract here. Any breakouts back above this level will be a good exit, so I'll actually be risking, you know, maybe 150. I want to see price hold below this level, and this 15 to roll over. The 15 doesn't roll over, you know, I can manage aggressively. It's not the highest, the best trade we've seen here, but I just kind of want to give it a shot. I want to get a feel for the markets. Sometimes, you know, you need something real in the markets to get a good feel for it. How much influence do you think DXY needs to push the metals to the south? Honestly, I don't find correlating the DXY with gold intraday trading makes that much of a difference. I used to look at it, and I look at it more for swing trading. But for day trading, I honestly just focus on just gold. I don't even really correlate it with NQ. I just focus on just gold. So this trade's based off the 15-minute, guys, so it does need a little bit of breathing room. You don't want to micromanage this too much. Currency did tag the highs though. My stop isn't this high, guys. My stop will be somewhere around here. This is just in case you get some spikes. My actual exit will be around maybe 140. Which is fine because we've had some nice actually no. Currencies wait, what? Have I gone? You guys can still hear me. My you guys still hear me? Have I disconnected? I kind of all good. I kind of cut that at plus 50 because the currency was pushing up, but I think my connection went a little bit there. It kind of cut me out a little bit there, so I closed that at minus 110. I thought it was supposed to be plus 50 because the currency was pushing up and the futures were pushing down. So I was like, okay, cool, well, it's going to catch up. So there was a little bit of lag there. I don't know if it was mindset or not. There was a little bit of lag there. So yeah, I just closed that at 110, guys. I may get back in. I tried to close that at plus 50 because the currency was pushing up and the futures were still pushing down. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, the futures is going to follow the currency. So I was hoping to cut that at plus 50 or break even, but it took me at minus 100, which is fine. It's 10 ticks, it's nothing. Sounds fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. No, I closed it on purpose. I meant to close it, but it said that I was up 50. But then it was minus 100. But I think it just lagged a little bit. The reason I closed it is because I'm watching the currency and the futures was pushing down and the currency was pushing up. No, yeah, I meant to close it. I closed it because the futures was pushing down and the currency was pushing up. So I was like, if the currency is pushing up, the futures is also going to follow. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just quickly cut it at break even. We may get re-entries, but that was a pretty strong break above you, holding it, squeezing high. So I need to see a little bit more of a breakdown than that. So there is the potential for re-entries here, guys. I just want to see this. I want to see a little bit more price action here. I cut that quick. Yeah, the futures in the currency are a little bit different today. I did notice that earlier as well. That's not the platform. They are just a little bit different today. What was I just typing? Margin call. Replying to my margin email. A potential 5-minute breakout and I might get short here again. The currency is just not really moving too much. The futures and currency are actually very different today. So I need to watch both on the 5 probably. Let's see if this see if you can okay, so what we want to see here, guys, is either we wick up a little bit more and then get short, or if we just break down from here, then we get short from here. So let's see if you're going to actually break out here to get short again. If you guys are still in the short, you know, just go break even. I closed it when there was a little bit of difference between. Okay, that's fine. No, I mean, it's not a bad idea, to be honest, man. Not bad outlook. I just like this. I like this 30 flip on gold, but the 30 is not showing too much just yet. The futures and currency can be different a lot. You don't not a lot. You don't see it very often, but it does happen sometimes. Sometimes the futures could be pushing up, but the currency could still be squeezing down. And when they're kind of off like that, I kind of have to wait for them to be more aligned, which is why I cut this trade here, because the futures was pushing down, but the currency was pushing up. That's why I tried to cut it. By the time I actually closed it, it must have already been up, but it looked like it was still down here. See, what was that? I took a minus. So I got taken out at 45.6. Wow, right there. We do have this 30-minute close coming in 7 minutes here, guys. It's not looking very bearish just yet. It's actually looking pretty strong. But remember, anything can happen here on gold. One 5-minute candle could close bearish, and this could look like a lovely wick. So we still have shorts on gold, maybe on the break of this level, for about 25 break even to potentially down to 70. I don't really want to see this 30-minute close bullish. The reason I don't want to see it close bullish is because look what we've done since 6 a.m. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. I don't really want to see us close. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is kind of drawing that head and shoulders that we spoke about initially. It's that short level. I wish you guys could hear Sammy snoring. Let's have a look at NQ as well, guys. Have a look at some of the markets here. We've got time on gold. NQ still having a bit of a sell-off here. You'd want to see now some fake out buys potentially back above here on NQ. If you keep breaking below, no longs just yet. Copper, what's Copper been up to? Obviously, Copper had that crazy move this week off $5, and we've pretty much been stuck since then. I do still think Copper longs look good to fill in this wick. I kind of like what we said yesterday. It doesn't have to do it right away though. But to be honest, you're at some pretty nice support here on Copper. I don't mind Copper longs from here. Copper to come back up and test, you know, maybe at least into 5.7. 5.7 looks pretty good here on Copper. This has been a pretty decent sell-off here pre-London though, so you may say to yourself, okay, cool, I might want to see price break above this support, confirm the fake out, and then see if you can go in. I'm not a massive fan of intraday trading Copper. However, we have got some great swings on Copper. I've had some amazing swings on Copper. Intraday trading, I don't love the price action. It's not like gold where you can kind of go down to the 5 minute and scale and refine your entries. The price action isn't that easy to read on Copper. It's one where you want to trade maybe smaller size and execute and let it breathe and let it play out. Crude as well. So let me have a look at crude. What have we been saying for crude this week? Let's go higher time frame. Where's our analysis from crude this week? Let's have a look. Where are we at crude? So, let's have a look. Up to me charts. So we came up, hit these huge highs, massive sell-off. We're trying to pull back. I think we spoke about this whenever we last mentioned crude. I like crude to come back down into 64. I think you could easily see crude have a decent retracement. You do have some Canadian dollar news today as well. At 10:30 my time, so 1:30 London time. You got some Canadian dollar unemployment rates. With yesterday also closing bearish on crude, this coming up for a top wick. Shorts, you know, even for an intraday trade into yesterday's low, looks interesting. You're also wicking out previous 4-hour highs. You have just closed bullish, so you're in a little bit of a range here. However, if crude can break out, I think sells look good here. I don't really like to trade it in London, but sells on crude back down into that 66.45 looks good to me. For the pound, let's have a look. Did you grab the lows? Where are we? Let's see. So we did come down. We didn't quite tag the lows, but you're having a pretty strong bounce here. Is that news getting bought back up pretty much straight away? I would say come up and squeeze this trendline tap maybe back into 1.357. Looks good. I'd want to see this 15 and 30 minute close, which is going to be in 1 minute. To be honest, this looks like a nice fake out. Closure back above here, and yeah, longs look nice. Longs look good. Let's have a look at Goldie. What's gold? I mean, I'm glad we cut our shorts regardless, to be honest. I wouldn't, even if we were still short here, guys, I would be waiting for 1 minute. And if this 30 minute was to close bullish in 1 minute, if I was still short, personally, I'd be exiting that right away. So I think we got quite a good exit there. So where do we get short? We got short around here, right? And we closed it like here. Well, meant to close it here, but. And if we do close bullish here on gold in 30 minutes, well, let's see, 1 minute can change everything. If we do close bullish, we may squeeze up into these highs, about up into 33,465 before looking for some more downside. It's kind of tough on gold because this is the, you know, this is the real short we wanted. This is the short we spoke about in pre-London. This is the kind of push we know we wanted to be in. So taking more shorts after that has pushed down. 130 ticks, a little bit of range isn't too surprising. There's our trade. Sorry, here was our play. So we may get it from here. What have I done? Let me go back. This one. This is the screen one. And the thing is with gold, remember guys, I'm not. If we do get more shorts, I'm not looking for a huge short position. I'm just looking for a pullback before the weekly flipping bullish and more longs. That's kind of our thought process here. Three bar reversal about to form on gold. Which time frame? Which time frame are you looking at? Because there's one to the 4 hour looking like looking for the shorts. That's why I'm kind of looking for shorts here on gold. Because this 4 hour is, you know, holding 33.50, which is our daily resistance. So we're trying to short off this resistance for a bit of a pullback before going long. So there is definitely one here in the 4 hour. We're looking for something like this. And London is very likely going to be this part of this retracement before this move up will very likely be New York. So this will probably be London, and then this will probably be New York. So that's why we're looking for. That's why I'm looking for the shorts here. I'm not really too interested on trying to buy gold in London. Overall, absolutely, but London, not really. But yeah, look at this, guys. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Not the easiest of price action here. I guess what we can comfortably say is if we re-break this hourly low in the next 20 minutes, then that is a nice short. And you can kind of just go off that. If it re-breaks that low, the body flips bearish. You got a 70 tick short. Or maybe just take the intraday time frame with a pinch of salt today because it's looking pretty choppy. Yeah, 50. Yeah, 100%. It is, man. It is. It's bullish, but to me it looks like it wants to roll over. You may take the highs and then see it. But again, you know, this is what makes our life pretty simple now. Is if we're wanting sells, and this is what I kind of do with my levels. Is if we're wanting shorts, well, we've just closed back above this level, so let's wait for price to close back below, and then we'll go short. In terms of trading, what we see, we've rejected, we've closed back above, so there's no reason why we don't squeeze a little bit higher. You're breaking out and you're squeezing. So if I want shorts, then I have to see price actually reclose back below. Then, you know, the markets will confirm shorts and then I'll get my trade. But as of right now, intraday is correcting this downward move here that we saw pre-London. London Open's only been open for 32 minutes here, guys. You guys who are in these shorts already, did you guys exit or take something off the table? You guys who are in these shorts, you guys take some partials on this? Gold's teasing me to look for a short. Gold wants me to short. I do want to short gold. I just don't want to watch it. Too small, lost on shot. Too small is good. Minus 10. Minus 10 is good, man. 15 ticks from TP. Now I'm sweating. Not yet. No, it's looking good. It's looking good on the higher time frame. Look at that 4 hour. As long as you don't close back above the resistance on the currency at, let's say, 36, you're pretty much good. 30 minutes also working previous 30-minute highs. You'd want to see this 30-minute close doji and not bullish to want to hold. But I mean, you had your trade, you had your targets, and you held it. That's good. Good job. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have our targets for a reason. Took partials, nice. Got stopped out. Good, I mean, good execution, man. Good job. Nice work. Do you only trade gold? Yes, I do only trade gold, man. I look at other markets for you guys. Don't worry, we can still look at other markets. But I personally, yeah, only execute on gold. That's what I've done to get all my funded accounts here on Topstep. To get all my payouts, that's from yeah, just trading gold. I thought I have more consistency when I just focus on gold. If I'm gonna trade other instruments, that's more for swing trading. But for actual intraday trading, here on Topstep, yeah, just gold for me. Just goldy. NQ trying to find some support yet? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at that, nice. You have potential buys here on NQ as well, guys. This is our fake out level. You may get some buys here on NQ. The Dow, let's have a look. So what have we done? So you came down, you liquidated the lows, closed bullish, continued pushing, and you've sold off here today. It could be a nice dip buying opportunity here on the Dow as well. Could be a nice long here. Look at this. Hourly broke bearish, straight back bullish. Not a bad area. I don't know. I've never traded Dow in London, so I don't know how it moves. But to me, this is looking like it's trying to find some support. You had a nice morning star play here. Look at this, beautiful. Rejected, grabbed the lows, held support, continued pushing. So to me, if you can hold this area, guess what could come after that? A next high that would retest these levels. I don't know if Sammy snoring is a sign to be patient on gold or not. He's trying to tell us something. Gold's still trying to find some resistance here, guys. Shorts aren't off the cards for me personally. Can you explain what was meant by a fake out level? We absolutely can, man. We got time here. We absolutely can. So I'll show you. So I took some fake out buys today. I took some fake out buys here in Asia today, which is what got my 200Ks over the line. And my fake out buys. So what I mean by fake out is, when price aggressively closes below a level and then the next candle recloses straight back above, that to me is a great fake out. So you can see you had a nice fake out sell here. What made this a fake out? This candle closing back below confirmed that this break above was false. So this candle closing back below straight away, to me, confirms that this bullish breakout was false, and there's my fake out sell. So for me here today in Asia, I took some fake out buys. So can anyone see the fake out buys that I took here today in Asia? You guys on Zoom aren't allowed to answer because you already know. But this was my fake out buys today in Asia, here. This is where I got long here in Asia and played this move up. So what was my analysis? Yeah, and it was actually had two fake outs. You broke above, then you broke straight back below. Now, why would I not short? Because my bias was long today. So I'm not shorting. However, once this candle closes right back above and this body engulfs the previous, see here, this open and close engulfed this previous candle. To me, that's my fake out, where this confirms that this move down was false. You close back above, there's my longs. And that's what gold absolutely loves to do. You could just trade 30-minute fake outs on gold with targets and trade very, very, very well. I absolutely love the fake out plays on gold. Ideally, I'm looking for the fake outs on 30-minute and 15-minute. So this is why you kind of see like this price action is super choppy on gold. This is why I was looking for sells here at 7 AM, because you broke above and then closed right back below. So I was looking for this to continue pushing, but then you closed above and then right back below. So this isn't a fake out area. This is more just a range. But yeah, gold absolutely loves the fake outs. You break below a support, you reclose right back above, there's your buys. Again, you kind of see here, look at this. If you look at this and compare this to what I just shared on the 15-minute, it's almost identical. And this is what we called these trades on Wednesday as well. We spoke about buys up into this level. Well, what did you do? You closed below. And then what did you do at 1 PM in the New York session? You closed right back above. And what did this candle do? It also engulfed this candle. So if you literally compare this to that 15-minute trade I took today, it's basically identical. You broke above, broke right back below, broke straight back above with an engulfing candle, ripped higher. The exact same thing happened here on the hourly on Wednesday. You broke below, above, below. Why would you not short this? Because we weren't looking for shorts. We were looking for longs of higher time frame support with a liquidity level above. So I go, cool. When that candle closes bearish, I go, that's fine. I'll walk away. And when this candle closes right back above, that's when I go, ah, cool. Now I'm getting long on gold. And that's pretty much the exact same thing. Where are we getting out of that liquidity level that we spoke about? And you kind of see even here, this was a nice fake out sell. Why was this a nice fake out sell? Why would you sell this? Because we had this downside target. So it was actually a lovely, you broke above, broke straight back below. Cool, there's your short. Yeah, gold having a, yeah, big squeeze up here. Sometimes we can take a break in. Yeah, it's honestly, this is not a nice range, man. That was still a good trade. Regardless of the outcome of that trade, that was a good trade, man. Take the win from that trade. That was a good trade, that short, man. That's a good trade. That's a good trade for the journal. Yeah, we're gonna get another fake out on gold. Look at this. Bullish, bearish, grabbing lows, bullish. It's one of them days on gold, guys. I'm not against Friday trading. I know some people don't like trading Friday. I don't mind trading Fridays, but I don't like trading this range. What was your level on NQ? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Level on NQ is fake out buys above. It doesn't have to be exact, but around 229.356. Sorry, 3635 here. Fake out buys back above there, up into 23,000. Fake out buys because you broke below. If this candle holds below, then it's a breakout buy. Difference between a breakout buy and a fake out buy is the fake out happens right after the breakout. Anything else you guys are looking at? Feel free to send over. Gold's on a bit of a mad run here. Up 17 ticks. Nice, man. Nice. Good reaction. Just because I'm not in it doesn't mean you can't give it a shot, man. That's good. I'm glad we cut our shorts there, though, guys. We cut our shorts at, say, plus 50. You're now squeezing much higher. So now on gold, now we got good fake out sells on gold. What do I mean by fake out sells? Well, if this candle here in 3 minutes closes above here, then if we want to go short, and it doesn't have to happen, but if we want to go short, all we want to see is price close back below. That will confirm our fake out. Great, then we'll trade from here to here. If it holds above this, there's nothing to say this can't just continue to either range or squeeze higher. And I'll go, that's fine, that's just not my play. Covered loss on the shorts with a long for 26 ticks. Nice, man, nice. Don't be afraid to lock in gains in these ranges, guys. We can clearly see we're ranging. So if we're ranging, there's no need to try and hit home runs here. Trade what's right in front of us. If we're in a range-bound market, manage and take profit aggressively. We're clearly not trending, so why would you try and hold trending runners? Lock it in, absolutely. Lock 20, nice, good man, beautiful work. Like the buys into 33.56. 5.6. Back up into this high. Me too. Yeah. That's my overall bias today is actually buying gold much higher. My analysis today is actually overall is buying gold back up into 77s. I'll just see if we can get that London pullback before then my overall longs. But yeah, my overall bigger picture trade today is this weekly tapping into last week's high. Look at this huge fake out. So again, you can see a fake out happening from the 5 minute all the way into the weekly chart. So what do we do here? We close very bearish. Now what do we do this week? We grab the lows and close right back above. So that's our fake out confirmed. Now you're trying to see if this candle continue pushing up. So yeah, I like gold overall. Doesn't necessarily have to happen today, but I do like gold to actually pull back into 3,400. I think you could play this whole 500 tick range pretty quick. From 33.50 to 3,400, it can get filled pretty quick. May happen next week, but yeah, that's my overall bias. I was just seeing if I was just trying to see if London can be the false move of the day. Before then, we get that. So if I do want to go back to my original bias of going long, I would say I would buy a breakout and a hold above 33.50. I got trust issues with gold this week as well. Since yesterday and today, I think. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were great, and then Thursday's gone a little bit quiet. Same here as Friday so far. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Aaron, do you copy trade on your express accounts? No, I keep them separate, man. I'm gonna be copy trading some more soon. I just passed 200Ks today. And I'll be copying them ones. But no, the rest of them, they're all at different balances, so I prefer to keep them separate, man. I prefer to keep them separate. If they were all the same size and I start them at the same time, yeah, I would prefer to. That's the reason I'm going to do it with the hundreds. Yeah, 30-minute looks awful, honestly. Even the hourly does, to be honest. Unless this hourly breaks out, then you got buys up into 4.6 on the currency. Which actually could be a good trade, because you can actually see in gold. Wait, we'll have a look at the Nikkei in a second. Let me just have a look here. This is what I'm looking at here on gold. This is this range that you've been in since 1 a.m. London time. So if this candle grabs the lows here, see how you tag the lows, and if you close bullish, then there's a very high chance the 9 a.m. candle is going to fill all the way up into this high here, and then into 33.50 here on the currency chart. So I think actual longs on gold are going to be very confirmed in 14 minutes if this actually closes above, and you're likely going to get buys from 9 until 11 a.m.-ish. Yeah, one of them days, man, 100%. That was a great short. Look at the 30-minute price action. That's out of your control. That was a great trade, man. A very, very good trade. Definitely one for the journal for sure. That was a good execution and a good trade. Let's have a look. So, let's have a look. So weekly holding, major resistance, 41,000 as well. Now starting to have a bit of a pullback. Let me just have a quick look at the high time frame. This could easily find support. Look at that. Last month it closed so bullish. This could easily find support. It is pushing down right now though. Where could you find support? Well, very likely below the lows. Have you tagged the lows just yet? It's very, very close. So if you tag these lows, I would be watching for some support to be found from down here for potential bounces. Ideally, you'd already be in the shorts because this has been, breaking out since Asia. You've been having this break above, grab the highs. Look at that again, fake out again. Doesn't matter what markets we're trading, they clearly happen on all markets. You broke above, you grabbed the highs, you broke right back below. There's your short. So you're pushing down pretty aggressively. But I'd be watching for some potential liquidity grabs and breakouts from here. You can see here, you guys on Zoom, even on my currency, look at this mess. It's not only is it a range, it's a very big range. It's a very, very big range. So although we're not jumping in and out of positions here on gold, at least we're not getting chopped up, because this is not a range you want to be on the back of, on the wrong side of, I should say. What's your strategy to managing multiple accounts? Ideally, you want to trade them together, and you want to trade smaller size. The beauty of trading more accounts is you don't need to try and scale big size on one account. That's what I personally like. Rather than me trying to trade like 4 contracts here on 150, I'd rather copy trade 3 and trade 1 across each, copy trade 4. If you try and trade them all separately, you can get some times where you could have a good trade on this one, and then if you go try and trade another account, then that might be a losing trade, then that account might be down, etc. But all in all, I mean, it should balance itself out overall. But to be honest, unless you're getting consistent payouts from one, I wouldn't really try and focus on having too many. Because if you have too many, then you're going to neglect something. It's like, well, what's the point? I manage them based off, this 150k is my priority, is my absolute focus. So if I get a good trade here in London, and I maybe want to trade New York, I want to give a different trade a try because I still think it's a good trade and I still am in check, maybe then I'll switch to my 100 or my 50s and then give it a try there. And then one of them 50s might be eligible for a payout. I'll take the payout and then, maybe I'll go back to this one, for example. I'm not a huge fan of copy trading 5 accounts here on Topstep because I just feel like if you lose If you just go through a rough patch, which is going to happen, it's inevitable, you know, you're going to potentially lose all 5 in one go, which you definitely don't want to do. Some bump lines are nice, nice. Ooh, very nice. Lovely buy. Nice, a nice fake out there as well. So gold's still creeping high, guys. The reason I'm not jumping in longs is because this price action is, like I say, it's not clean. It's very hard to read this price action. And not only that, these are actually big ranges. This is a 125 tick range. So if you are on the wrong side of this range, you want to cut your losers fast because this is a big range. If you get chopped up in here, you could take some big losses, which we don't want to do. Good morning, man. Good morning. Good to see you tuning in, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're doing well, man. Remember, you guys need to drop a like for the stream as well. We've had some great trades on stream here this week. We've had a great week. If we don't get any other trades there, it's okay. But we've learned a lot this week. It's been a good week in the markets. We go live here every single day as well, guys. So be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the Topstep channel. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully I'll have the trading retreat video up this weekend as well, guys. Oh, there you go. Just watching part 1 and 2. There you go, man. Good job. Keep watching them. Sometimes you have to watch them a few times and you'll pick up different things. And tuning into these live streams and you'll see it here more in real time will help a lot, man. Is NQ given the fake out buys yet? Nah, look at that. Still holding below. So you'd want to see a breakout buy, not a fake out buy. You broke below, you held it, you continued squeezing low. That's why you have to see the candles close above. Yeah, absolute trolls bottom. I know. It's actually crazy. Came down, created the bottom wick. Created the bottom wick, went straight back higher. I think hourly breakouts on gold are going to make more sense. So until NQ breaks back above 22,935, there's nothing to say you can't squeeze lower. That's why if you want the longs, you let the markets come to you. Unless you close above, you don't trigger longs. If anything, you should be reacting and shorting. I just don't really have a reason to short here. Yeah, longs into highs, definitely, yep. On an hourly breakout for sure. Absolutely, man. Grabbing the lows, closing bullish, definitely. Got out of my short in the combine, plus 200. Could have been 1,000, but I'm not worried. Spotted the trade and took it. Now I just need to get better at taking profits. Exactly, man. That's the best mindset right there. You executed well and you manage your risk. You protect your capital and actually made a little bit. That's great trading. You protect your capital first, you make money second. That's amazing. And it was and you can kind of see based on the price action. Like, look at this. How often do we see this? Not very often do we see. We haven't seen price action like this on gold all week. So you had a great trade. You had a great short. The only thing you do have to kind of understand is how much were you risking to try and make a little bit more. Like if you're short from here, and let's say you're trying to tag these lows, 126, but you're up 112, you're risking 112 ticks to hope to make 10 more. At that point, you know, you don't want to be a D for a tick. So if I'm up 112 ticks, and my hard to take profit is 10 ticks away, I'm just closing. I'm locking it in. I'm not trying to risk 100 ticks to maybe hope to make 10 more. That's how you have to look at risk. There's no such thing as a risk-free trade. You might have your initial risk off the table, but open risk is still there. So depending on where you were short from and how much you were up compared to how much you were looking to target, that's something you have to consider. Like and that's what I said to you guys, if I get 50 ticks in London, I'd be very happy. You know, this is a great move, depending on where you got short from. But let's say if you got short from here, and your take profit was here, and you were up here, then again you're risking everything that you have open here to hope to make 15 or 14 ticks more. It just doesn't make sense to risk. You're risking 100 ticks to hope to make 14. Risk to reward isn't something that is just static when you decide to press buy and sell and put in a stop loss. Risk reward adapts as the trade plays out. For an intraday trade, me personally, if I'm up 100 ticks and I got 110 tick target, I'm out. I'm closing the trade, or I'm trailing very aggressively. I would personally never I would never risk 100 to hope to make 10. If you guys understand that concept, it took me a while to kind of wrap my brains around what that actually meant, but it's very important. That's why sometimes, you know, you guys might see me, I might take profit before we fully hit the liquidity level, but the reason is because I might be up, you know, 50 ticks, but I'm not going to take profit at 50 because I want to hit 55, so I'm risking 50 ticks to hope to make 5. It just doesn't make any sense. So it's a good way to think about it. So if I was short here, and let's say my TP was here, which I think is good, at this point I'm trailing very aggressively because I don't want to let that trade come out. Aaron, I'm out there, guys, loose. Just greed from my inside. Goodness, hey man, it's a lesson. We've learned something here. That's what it's all about, man. If it holds this morning start on the 30-minute and push on the 15 next 5 long sides, yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Especially if we get this hourly close here. The only thing is, you know, we are a little bit choppy, but yeah, I mean, buys based off the hourly is purely what this would be based off. And you're looking to target on the futures chart back up into here at 33.56 minimum, which if you measure a bottom wick and a retest of 33.50, 60 tick range. Close having project integrate. Nice, nice, nice. Will be nice. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Good job. You have to give me a demo, man. You have to give me a demo for sure. So yeah, I'd say if you're gonna get any buys, guys, it's gonna be closer to 9:15 to 9:30. Yeah, cancel that, Sam. Gold longs are way too more important. Tell them they'll have to wait. 2 seconds, guys. So yeah, YouTube guys, I'm going to wrap up there. You're very likely going to have to see this next hourly close. I think if you're going to get any buys here on gold, guys, it's going to likely be close to 9:30. So I'll wrap up there, guys. It's been a great week. I took a small $100 loss there. I tried to cut trade earlier at plus 50, but it took me out for minus 100. It's totally okay. It's a very small loss at one contract. It's 10 ticks. We'll make that back easy when the time is right, but don't force it. So more continuation buys on gold for the rest of the day, guys, is looking the most logical. But yeah, it's been a great week, guys. I appreciate you all taking the time to tune in. Hope you guys did enjoy today's session. And I'll see you guys same time again next week, and we'll absolutely do it all over again. And hopefully, we'll get nicer price action. So I'll see you guys then. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.